Hey guys, and welcome to game number 87 out of 100 of my Revenge of the Mack series against the AI-powered Scrabblebot BestBot. Things have really tightened up, unfortunately, over the last couple of weeks as BestBot is on a winning streak. We are now only up by 3 games, 44.5 to 41.5, so we still have the lead. That's the good news, and hopefully we can keep it. Big game today, ADLOQRS opener. No way to play the Q here, so this has got to be an exchange. The question is what? Is trading one crazy, keeping ADLORS? It's always worth considering when your rack is remotely close to a bingo. It hits with an E. There's 12 E's left. It doesn't hit with an A or an I or an O, which is not great. Hits with an N. There's a lot of N's. Doesn't hit with a T. I feel like that's not good enough. So probably trade 3 and keep ADRS. Yeah, I just don't think ADLORS hits enough to justify a trade 1 here, so yeah, I would probably go with trade 3. ADRS is a very, very solid leave in its own right. Let's go with that. Definitely not going to try to play through this and keep the Q. That is quite silly. Okay. Don't actually think I have a 7 here. Now I'm regretting not trading 1 because any of EEU would have given me a 7, but of course hindsight is 2020. There's plenty of possible 8s I could get, like Persuade with a P, Unerased, Unseared, Undersea with an N, and I'm sure others as well. But we will see what the bot wants to do here. If the bot were to exchange back, which it does, that's funny, timing there. Now I'm going to probably exchange again. The question is, again, it's a trade 1 or a trade 2 in this case, because it's either trade U or trade UE. Trade U hits, let's see, starting with the most common letters. It misses with an E, misses with an A, misses with an O. That's not great, but it hits with an I, an N, a T, an R, an L. Probably trade 1 here. I mean, I hate missing with AEO, but at least I'll hit some 8s with those. And I hit with so many other tiles, like pretty much every other tile, actually. I think trade 1 is fine here. I mean, trade 2 is also reasonable, but I think we're going to try trading 1. All right, a G is fine. That's greased and draggies. Weird start here to the game. Exchange, exchange, exchange. We'll see if BestBot exchanges again. Obviously, if it does, I'm going to bingo here. I'm not going to try to get fancy and pass since I have two pointers. So this game was not going to end in a 6-pass. I can guarantee you that. So apologies to any folks who were hoping for a 6-pass, the first of any of my series against BestBot. BestBot going into a think again here. Hard to imagine with having an S on this rack that one of Greased and Draggies is not going to play. Okay, so Faith comes down. Certainly could play either of those with Faiths. Don't have a double-double. I don't think there's anything with an H. Restaged and Disagree are worse. Do I have an overlap? I don't think I do. Yeah, the tiles don't quite line up. All right, so I think I have to bingo with Faiths here. Probably Greased is marginally safer to avoid putting a vowel here in the form of the A. Both of them open an X bomb, unfortunately, with the E. Draggies does create a right angle, closing off the bottom right, but I'm not even taking that big a lead, honestly, so I don't care about long-term defense that much. Yeah, I mean, the bot probably averages well into the 30s anyway, so I'm going to be up like a tempo on average. That's really not much. All right, yeah, let's just play Greased. Slightly better in the short term, maybe slightly worse defensively in the long term, but like I said, that's less of a concern at this score. If I were going up by like 100, I'd maybe play Draggies to create the right angle and really block off the bottom right, but I don't mind keeping the board a little bit more open. All right, so we draw the Q. Not thrilled about that, especially after we exchanged it earlier, but the good news is we now have an I, so we should be able to dispose of it. Certainly something like Chi above Faiths looks solid. Or Chi over here. What's the score difference? I think they both score 26, actually. And wow, both of them get blocked. That's actually kind of annoying. Prefacer for 72. Okay. So now the question is, do I play Chi and Pi? That's kind of weak. Keeping Tony. Here's a cool idea. It could either work well or backfire. Intro Phi disconnected here. 26, setting up the Q. If I can draw another I, of which there are 7, I'm throwing Chi and in for 46. There's also 4 U's. I'm turning over 5 tiles. I have a decent chance to draw a U or at least an I. It's also 26 points. I don't hate it. Very interesting idea. That I is often getting used, though, since it is a nice scoring spot for the bot. And obviously, I could end up with an unplayable Q, which would be unfortunate. A similar idea is actually toying here. Also setting up the Q with QI above the I of toying, although this is 4 fewer points, so I don't really see a good reason to play this over Intrify, since the setup is fairly similar. I think it's worth trying over QI. I mean, QI is pretty uninspiring, especially being down like this. I don't mind taking a little bit more of a chance. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Intrify. It's a cool idea. Maybe this is fancy play syndrome, but I think it's a reasonable thing to go for here. All right, I'll take a U. Didn't hit the QI setup, but I will definitely take a U whenever I have a Q on my rack. And the S, of course. Very good draw, all else being equal. Queasy. I mean, Professors and Queasy is probably like 50. The bot plays Wind. Okay, so it's got some consonant trouble. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have... Oh, no, I don't have Quip. Never mind. Quep, I think, is good in Collins, Q-U-E-P, but we are not playing Collins. So nothing there. Quad to the D was possible, but it got foiled. Anything next to the G of Greece. I don't have Aqua, so that's a no-go. Yeah, I feel like I gotta just play Queasy or Quays with Professors. Don't think I have a 6 starting with an E or an A to get to the triple on the bottom. I don't imagine anything is worth saving the S for. Like I said, plays are going to be like 50 points over here. Yeah, 47, so Queasy's 49. The question is, do I give up the 2 points to keep the E? Normally, probably yes, but the pool is trending slightly Val heavy. There's still 8 E's left. It's close, honestly. You could kind of go either way. I think with 8 E's still unseen and the pool a little Val heavier than usual, I might actually grab the extra 2 points, even though I normally wouldn't, I don't think. Could end up regretting this, but I don't know why. My instinct is telling me to play Queasy here, even though I, again, probably would normally save the E for just 2 less. It's also part of it is the board is just bad for bingos, so EN doesn't seem to add that much value to me. Or as if it were more open for bingos, it would. That's probably the biggest reason, honestly. I wouldn't bother to save the E here, and I'd rather see another tile. All right, Queasy it is. Well, we got another E, although we got 2 more U's, which I'm not too happy about now that we no longer have a Q. Threatening Quone. Shout out to Jerry Seinfeld. Hopefully some of you guys get the reference. Well, Quone, of course, is not a valid word. It's a Seinfeld joke, so I guess XU here is going to be what happens, right? I mean, 38 points gets rid of one of our U's. Hate this leave. As you guys know by now, I absolutely despise 5-tile leaves with all 1-pointers that aren't particularly bingo prone. This is one of those leaves where unless you get really lucky and get bailed out and draw Illusion or something, like you're just going to score 12 and that sucks. But again, like what else am I going to do here? I guess I could play Lux, but that feels too risky. Only 4 more points. It does get rid of 2 more tiles, which is nice, but yeah, there's still a blank and a bunch of good bingo tiles. I'm going to be up a bit after XU. It just feels foolish to create that kind of opening at this point. I don't really need to, so I'd prefer not. Yeah, let's just play XU. Well, not a great draw. Maybe I'll get an open R for L your own. That would be outstanding. Okay, Bot is playing very quickly here. Veto. I feel like I just have to play equal now. Again, it does create a big opening with equals, but at least it would have to start with an S or have the S in the second spot, which isn't super easy. And I think this, unlike the last turn where it wasn't that big an equity sacrifice to play XU, it's like, what else am I going to do here, guys? I'm not even up by that much. I can't afford to play Paranoid Defense. Like, that's a mistake I need to avoid here. I'm up 19 points and we're halfway through the game, if that. So, like, you can't, it's way too early and way too small lead to start giving up massive equity to play defense. You just can't do that. So, yeah, I think equals got to be the move here. A little scary, but hopefully we don't get punished. Okay. Not too unhappy to see the Z here. Not that unhappy to see Tisk either, honestly. That could have certainly been worse. Pool continues to trend slightly Val heavy, although certainly not extremely Val heavy yet at this point. We continue to hold on to a fairly small lead, still a blank and an S left. Tisk does not necessarily imply that the bot has the other S. It could have had like no vowels and just had no other way to score. So, yeah, hard to know what to do here. Do I have some ideas of like a Z setup? I could do wave. Problem is there's only 3 more A's, so I'm not that likely to actually hit it, which is kind of unfortunate, but it might be worth a shot. We'll see. It also does open waved and waver. It opens a lot. I don't really love that, honestly. And I don't want to get into this vicious cycle where I keep like holding the Z trying to hit that. If there were more A's, I'd probably do it, but yeah, I mean, let's keep it in mind. I'm not ruling it out, but I definitely have concerns about it. My other plays, or at least my plays with the Z, are just kind of uninspiring. Ads keeping EINOV. I mean, it's fine. Again, it forks the board, which I'm not dying to do. Putting the E hook on ads and the line for sevens under. I could also just play Z, I guess, keeping Avion, which is really not all that great either. I guess I gotta ask myself, like, what do I want to do here? I mean, this does put me up like 50 on a pretty bad board. It's certainly the most conservative play of all of these. But yeah, I mean, Wave does have a lot of upside. It should have so much downside, though. I hate creating. Like, I'm in a solid position after this. If I were down, I'd probably play Wave and try to hit the Z-Bomb. But being up, giving up 10 points immediately for something I'm not even that likely to draw. And I'm opening so much in terms of bingos. Like, it doesn't feel right to me. I don't know why. It's the kind of play I feel like the engine is going to like, but I'm just not a fan of it. I don't know. Z is maybe overly cautious. Like, am I doing exactly what I said not to do, sacrificing a lot of equity in a close game? I mean, I'm not giving up that much equity, honestly. Wave is probably worse on equity. It just has the setup. Ads is a bit better. I mean, it's 1 more point, keeps an E instead of an A, but it's not that big a difference, and it is way worse positionally. Like, I know I have an E, so I set up ads, but there's still 5 E's left. So, yeah, I don't really want to create that. Like, the board is pretty under control right now. It's very hard to bingo. You know what else I could do? This is kind of cheeky. I don't think it's right. I could fish for Ev Zone for like 90. There's 5 E's. Like, I could play off AI and try to draw Ev Zone. It's probably dumb, right? I mean, how many points can I get if I play off AI? Like, yeah, not a whole lot. 10? Yeah, no, that's just dumb. I mean, if that doesn't stay open or if I miss my draw, again, that's just so high variance. Like, I don't think, only playing 2 tiles, I'm not likely enough to hit it. If I were absolutely desperate again, I might. I guess Ixia is 1 more point, but I don't think that really makes a difference. If I could, like, set up my Z somewhere else while doing that, then maybe. But, yeah, all right, that's just silly, I think. Again, I don't need to do that. I don't want to take that kind of chance. But I've thought for too long on this turn. Let's just play Z. It's boring, but I think it's fine. Horrible draw. I guess that was the risk, getting another I. That was not ideal. I really feel like the computer is not going to like Z. But we'll see. Bot plays Joe, creating some openings, which makes sense. And that is going to make my life difficult here in terms of trying to block. I can't fit Avion under there. All my placements of Avion give back massive S-hooks, so I don't really want to do that. I just play Ion here? It feels weak. Don't see a whole lot else. Could just ignore that entirely, which also feels wrong. Can't get down from this J. Nawi in 1, keeping IOV. What's the point difference? Ion is 18. Nawi is 14. Gets rid of 1 more vowel. Comparable defensively, probably. very close, honestly. Both plays are similarly unappealing, I would say. Not really seeing a whole lot else. Nothing really with this V, or with this D rather. It uses my V. Yeah, I think it's going to be between Ion and Naui here. I don't think an exchange is quite worth it. Yeah, so one takes a S and a T. Naui, the I there. Yeah, it takes a little more. I think we play Ion. It's slightly better defensively. I don't actually hate the A with the rest of these tiles, and it's a couple more points. Yeah, all right. Reluctantly going to make this play. Man, more vowels. Now I have 6 vowels. Yikes. Might have to exchange. I'm getting low on time, too. I only have 6 minutes left, so I got to speed up. There have been some tough turns ever since equal. Z and Ion both very tricky turns, I would say. Sterling didn't feel great about either of those. But I didn't really like any of my options. BestBot has taken its time. I might end up playing Oidia here for like 8, keeping AVE. Or trading, possibly? Yeah, trading might actually be right, honestly. I mean, at this point, with the blank and an S still out. Oh, gosh. That's a problem. I mean, I literally can't even block igloos. Like, I literally cannot block. That's so annoying. Like, if I just drawn an H or an N or a T or something, like, I could do a little bit about it. But, man, I literally can't do anything. So, all right, I think given that, we want to trade because I basically need to play as if I'm down because the bot is about to, I mean, hopefully not bingo there, but probably score a lot. And Oidia only scores 8, still keeps the V. It also blocks the line next to the Y I might now need to come back. Because again, I'm assuming I'm going to need to come back. I'm going to be down after the next turn. So yeah, I think we got to trade here, guys. I say we trade and keep just an E. Yeah, I think we just trade down to an E. Okay. That is why I traded. Very happy to see the blank. Do I have anything that plays? Vehicle, that's not going to fit. Lychees. Oh, helices, that plays next to the ED. Okay. So, is it going to bomb the S now? All right. It is going to play screw. At least that wasn't a bingo. I can live with 51, especially given my draw. All right, I have 5 minutes. That's not that much time. Anything starting with an E here, that would be preferable to either placement of helices. You just go through the alphabet quickly here, guys. I really want to make sure I'm not missing something better. Don't think there's anything from the L here. Chelipeds. No, doesn't fit. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything other than helices in one of the 2 spots. And I feel like it's got to be safer to play it above screw. Putting a C here is not actually that bad. Can't be overlapped. That's 73. It's going to be comparable here. 75. Yeah, I'll sack 2 for sure. To avoid opening that S in the triple line. That's got to be worth the 2-point sacrifice. All right, yeah, let's play over here. Don't give me like 5 eyes, please. Okay, we'll take that. It's a lot of 1-pointers that they do not bingo. Okay, had to check that rational and notarial didn't fit. But they don't. So this is kind of annoying because now I can't really score. Nothing with a B, right? No. Okay. So the score. Wow, I'm up but barely. I feel like. Do I have a 6 starting with an I or an O? That would probably be ideal. Wish I had more time. I feel like I'm going to get low as this game goes on. I don't actually see a 6. Ration, Aroint, Rialto, Taylor, Trinal, Talion, Latino. Not seeing anything there. So maybe I just try to play like through this A with some overlaps to stop the bot from scoring there. Man, I wish OL were a word. Notarial would fit. Or RI for rational. I mean, I could actually play elation. There's no S's left. It's not crazy. 5 in the bag is not great timing. I'd probably rather leave like, I don't know, like 8. Yeah, I'm gonna get low on time, unfortunately. I need to do something quickly. I did not manage my time well this game. Anything here? Tyler? I don't want to keep an eye, guys, with 3 left. That seems very, very scary. Yeah, I feel like elation is probably okay. Keeping an R seems reasonable. Do I ever play it here? Might be a little bit safer, but I guess it still gives back a bit. The extra 2 points could make a difference. Oh, wait. That makes LE. Gosh. Okay, yeah, geez. All right, I guess we're playing it here. Wow, that would have been bad. Maybe I play a Roint, actually. Yeah, leaving 6 in the bag feels a little bit better, and it doesn't allow stuff with ism. Yeah, I think we play a Roint. Okay, final answer. We're playing a Roint. All right, Abelian. I just blocked it. It plays TO. It's a weird move, but okay. Leaving 4 in the bag. That's poor timing. So is it trying to bingo? Is it trying to play like Dormient or something? I mean, do I block? Crud, I wish I had more time. I mean, we just do this and leave 2 in the bag. I should be good in the endgame if it doesn't bingo. Question is, I mean, can I afford to block? I need to make sure I don't get outrun. I mean, I probably am not getting outrun here, guys. I guess Enviro or something is a lot. Binate, no. Do I have anything that goes all the way down here and would block Enviro? Because I do need to outrun that. Alt should. I realize I have a minute. Blent still allows it and could allow bingos even. I mean, I don't think I can worry about stuff like Dormient. It's unlikely enough. Abalone? Is Abalone crazy? For 10? I mean, if I draw like 2 eyes, I can probably get outrun? Maybe? It's very hard to say, honestly. Actually, I don't know. I mean, it's going up 32. It's pretty tough to get outrun here, guys, honestly. I think this is fine. Yeah, I think I'm winning after this almost always. All right, I have 16 seconds. I'm going to try it. Yeah, I think I'm winning. I mean, I have iodine. Like, 32 is a lot on this board. So I have iodine here. I have 14 seconds, so I got to be ready. I guess if it plays, I mean, like, what's it going to do on the right that's so good? That blocks iodine. Not much. I don't really have a whole lot elsewhere. I don't have anything with this K. I guess Eloin or something. I mean, it just doesn't have, like, I mean, you can play Prim. I guess I should be prepared for Prim or Prom. I mean, Prom, like, saving View or something. Like, I can probably beat that. Huh. Yeah, it can't fit improv anywhere. I mean, if I get iodine then down, that's easy win. Just since I have 14 seconds, I'm trying to prepare for what I think it's going to do. I wish I had more than 14 seconds, believe me. And I even have stuff like Dawn over here. I just have to watch out for slow plays if I keep 2 eyes. That could get tricky. So we're kind of hoping it plays a lot of tiles. Oh, wait, no. Prom keeps VIN. So I guess Prom saving Vina could be a problem. Wait, so that's, let me just think. 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 24? No, 23. So then I can, no, then I can, if after prom, I can just outrun, I think. Or block, because I don't think it, does it have another out? Under time pressure, I think I would just outrun because it's easier to calculate. Oh, play prom there? Okay, I don't know why. I'm just gonna play a mid. That'll outrun it. It's the easiest. Yeah, okay. Um, wait, so why did it not play prom further down? Oh, okay, I guess I can block then, it's thinking. Oh, no, 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 I have iodine here. Oh, wow, that's crazy. I don't know if I would have seen it under time pressure, guys. Yeah, I have iodine making pi, aero, bot, and ami. Okay. Yeah, so it can't come close to winning here. Well, this would be a catastrophic blunder because of Ammon. So I guess a mid is fine. Yeah, like when you're under time pressure, guys, you just gotta take something that's a clear win. Like, don't try to get fancy or you're gonna screw up. Okay, man, stressful game there. I definitely want to see what the computer thinks of Abalone and some of my other plays because I am not convinced. There were some tough turns. Let's await the computer analysis. I am eager to see this one. All right, the computer analysis is ready. Let's see what the verdict is. Oh boy, 2.7 mistakes apparently. Yikes, another terrible game for me. I had like a 2.6 last week. I've just been playing terrible Scrabble lately. I guess we'll see how egregious they really were. But okay, so it does want me to just exchange a Q. Like, all right, I mean, this is like barely a mistake, though. 0.5%. Yeah, I mean, that's really debatable, honestly. I think whether that's correct because your opponent's also going to adjust more towards an exchange one in practice. So I would say that's like probably not even a mistake, honestly. Uh, but okay, the bot exchanged back. And now it wants me to exchange two. Like, this literally can't decide. I mean, yeah, I think trade one is fine here. Like, we're kind of nitpicking. All right, the bot plays Faith. Grease looks right. Bot plays Prefacer. All right, it's not a fan of Intrafy. Wants me to play Yan? Nah. Keeping the Q without any sort of setup? That feels terrible. I mean, I saw that, but I immediately dismissed it. I would never make that play. Yeah, I think this is fine. I mean, these are all like tiny mistakes so far. If they're, I don't even think they're mistakes, honestly. Bot plays Wind. Okay, it wants me to play Quays. Another like, all right, so maybe did I just make like 10 microscopic mistakes or something? That would be hilarious. That's like four. I don't even think any of these are mistakes, honestly. I mean, like the 0.3%, that's like a rounding error. Yeah, I mean, Queasy is fine. Okay, XU is optimal. Equal was obviously optimal. Okay. What? Setting up yes? And wave is here. Okay. Oh, I also didn't generate Azo. I should have at least seen that. Yeah, I guess the leave is a lot better, although putting an A there feels scary. Yeah, maybe Z is just a little too cautious, but this feels ridiculous. I mean, also, I mean, it turns out the bot didn't have an S after Tisk, but like, I have to think there's at least an elevated chance it has the other S after it made that play so quickly. Yeah, this just feels crazy to me, setting up that S hook. Like, I wonder if that sim is realizing the long-term danger of that. I would never make this play. Yeah, I could see wave. I mean, I considered it for a while. I just didn't like, again, opening all these hooks. I could live with this being a bit of a mistake. I don't know if it's as big as what the computer thinks. So it plays JO, and I mean, it wants, like, I'm not doing this. Like, this just seems ridiculous to me with a lead. I don't know. That's like my sixth microscopic mistake, like 0.5% or less, that I would even argue is not a mistake. Yeah, like, I don't think I'm actually playing badly. Wow, this is a crazy move. But I guess it makes sense. You have the last S, and it is kind of annoying to block a lot of the time. Oh, hey, another small mistake. That's like number 7 or something. It wants me to keep an A. Sure, I guess. I mean, there's 4 E's and 2 A's. Is that enough of a disparity to justify it? Maybe. Either way, I wouldn't even like count this as a mistake. Okay, actually, the sim almost wanted to play WAB over here, which is quite something. Saving the S, but I think just taking the 51 is fine. Oh, I did miss a Lenkai. Okay, that's bad. Yeah, that's just a miss. All right, yeah, that's a legit medium mistake. I just didn't see the word. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's just more points and way safer than playing Helices down here. Yeah, that's a legit medium mistake. Okay, that I acknowledge is bad. Okay, Bot plays Abakai, and here another medium mistake. A Roint here it prefers instead of playing down here. But I kind of liked blocking plays like starting with an I, like improv and import down here. I mean, this does block more bingos, but it feels like it gives back a lot more scoring plays. And how likely is bingoing really after this for the bot? I mean, let's see. Opponent bingo is 5%. Like, that's not a lot. And I guess if bingo's, yeah, only 2%, or bingo's less than 1% if I play here. Versus, what did I say? Yeah, 5% for this. I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's more than a 5% chance the bot hits a big play under here and outruns me after this. But I guess the thing is, if it does, it'll have to empty the bag and I'll have good endgame timing. Maybe that's the idea. I guess it's just going all in on blocking bingos, which is interesting. Yeah, this is a. I guess it's going for Enviro. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, it's going for Enviro. Okay, Abalone was optimal by a ton. All right, I'm at least proud of that, guys. That was a hard play to make, emptying the bag. That was very counterintuitive. Okay, that was a great play. I definitely made one bad play earlier of Ulysses. I'm still not even convinced like the other things were mistakes. But this was a great freaking play. All right, I'm very happy with that. It plays prom, and mid was optimal. Okay. Yeah, so did I play this game optimally? Absolutely not. Did I play this game well by my standards? Probably not. But I don't think this was 2.7 mistakes bad. Like, that's horrible. And I definitely didn't play horribly. So, yeah. And I mean, Abalone was a really, really good play that was tough to make and come up with. So, yeah, I'm not too unhappy with this game overall. Obviously, I'm happy I won. That was an important game to win. So, yeah, that's going to do it for today. Hope that was instructive. It was definitely a challenging game to play. Very relieved I came away with the win. And yeah, hopefully we get another win and a little bit of a cleaner game on Wednesday. So I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye bye.